Welcome, everyone. So we'll see what kind of technical issues we have this Sunday. Happy Father's Day to everyone. It's a beautiful Sunday. So I see two people watching. I'm assuming one of them is Jared. But let me know if there's any issues, like if there's any echo or anything. Thank you, Jared. I'll tell you something about Jared. I love this guy. We're like two peas in a pod. I remember one day with Jared, we were at a location and there was rats everywhere, as far as the eye can see. And I could see there were thousands of rats with their eyes blazing red, like his, only smaller. Oh, all right, let me, Spartone. We are Spartone. Yes. I guess I should get this going here. Let me see, gotta get my trusty little pillow here. This is kind of the drawing setup I have now. Need to get my pen, the trusty pen. I was outside earlier today and I noticed a bird in the grass and I just thought, you know, how great it would be to be a bird. Maybe it's not great though. I don't know. It just, I think about all the struggles that human beings go through. I mean, everything, every emotion. I think about just addictions, whether you're addicted to food, drinking, smoking, the internet, whatever. And like these birds, they haven't evolved. Like, they just do the same thing. They fly around, they eat, they have sex, I guess, I'm assuming. And I gotta be careful what I say. I'm on YouTube, you know? I got too comfortable with Twitch. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. They don't really have don't really have any struggles, I guess, other than people trying to kill them or other predators. But I just wonder, like, I see a bird and he looks and sees me. Like, what is he thinking? Like, what is that bird thinking when he sees people? What does he think about? Is he just, I mean, after he's alive so many years, is he like, yeah, those are human beings? Does he have like a image or idea, like those are humans and they drive around in cars and they do this and they do that? Or are they just like, they have no idea what they're even looking at? I should probably put my screen on. Bird is a word. I know, they've had it good for way too long. Yeah, exactly, man. First world problems, first bird problems. All right, well, And then I thought about something. I think I've spoken about this to Jared and Spartan, but I really thought more about the whole UFO thing and how people, there's a lot of people, like I've been watching videos and seeing interviews. Like I was watching the Young Turks take on it, and the girl on there was saying, I don't want to believe it's true. And that's funny because like we don't know what they are yet. We haven't been given any information, and the government may not know what they are. But just the idea of like, if they are something from a different universe or a different galaxy or solar system or a different dimension, like I don't want to know. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you want to know? Like, why is that scary? And it reminded me of how, again, if we took an iPhone back a few thousand years, it would have been crazy. It would have been magic. It would have been terrifying. They would have burned you at the stake. And it's so common knowledge now. You think you could sit down with somebody, like whoever was in charge, like the king, and say, look, let me just explain this to you. This is called science. It's really not that big of a deal. What we do is I can draw a picture on my computer, I can save it, and then I can send it to another device. And it'll be like, how do you do that? Well, it's all really just little bits of information, and it travels through the air, through a Wi-Fi signal, or through some other type of signal. He would be like, so it travels invisibly? Well, yeah, we can't see it, but I mean, dude, already, they're already warming up the fire for me, It's like, there's no way to explain that to people back then. And it's the same thing. A lot of people, even still with the UFO thing, they are so like, there's people that, it's funny. My ex-wife didn't believe in dinosaurs. Yeah, that's the world we live in, man. So I was trying to explain to her, like, no, this isn't like Loch Ness Monster, or Bigfoot even, or aliens where we don't know, or speculation. Like, dinosaurs existed. And I showed her Jurassic Park, and I was like, these are pretty good representations of what we have the bones and everything. And she's like, I don't believe it. There's no way. I don't believe that dinosaurs existed. And the reason was because it's something she can't comprehend, and it's scary to her. And when something's scary to you, then that's kind of like the normal response. But I think a lot of people are like that with the whole alien thing. And I think most of us agree, like, this universe is big enough to where we can't, just logically speaking, we would say there probably is other life out there. But it's easy to say that. But the second they come out and say, like, there is other life out there, we've been in contact with them, people are going to freak out. Not everybody, but a lot of people are. I mean, even to me, I would probably be like, oh, that's crazy. But how is that any different than us saying we realize that there's I got a message, something must have happened. How do I have an echo now? There was an echo before, but now there is. Yeah. And that's what I would tell them too. 1,000 years ago, I'd say, but guess what? As cool as you think this stuff, or scary as you think stuff is, it has all kinds of problems, like echoes. All right. I got Discord on there. That's why. I gotta close that. I don't know why Discord's on there. So let me close that. All right. But it's still on there. Let me try muting it. All right, guys. Is the echo gone? The echo should be gone. The Amazon Echo should be gone. Let me know if the echo's gone. Jackie Lynn. June of Wrath. What's going on, guys? I'm going to get to drawing here. I was just yapping. Let me know if the echo's gone, though. Well, I guess I don't even have to ask you. I can just bring up my phone. Not better. Jared, better doesn't work. That makes it sound like the echo's not as bad. It's here or it's gone. Better. Yes, it's gone. You guys are both giving me these answers that aren't clear. Spartan, you should have said, yes, it is gone. But you just... Okay. You guys are... Anyway, so what I'm doing here is I started this sketch, and I'm using a reference, but I want to make this into like a painting. So it won't be like a typical outline drawing. And I wish, let's see if I can. Almost said your name, Spartan. It's hard for me to do all of this. Yeah, I should just sit here on stream and just check messages from everybody, right? That'd be fun, huh? Yeah, Spartan's got this, he's got these raccoons. He sent me pictures of them. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining, everybody. I really appreciate it. Jackie, let me just make sure. June of Wrath, I think we got everybody. But yeah, Spartan sent me pictures of little baby raccoons. Spartan, you better quit. And they're so cute. And I'm like, I want one. He's like, oh, you can have one if you just come down to California. But raccoons are cute. I'm sure you guys have seen that real popular video of it's a guy who feeds a bunch of raccoons. There's like literally like 30 of them sitting outside his door. And they wait. Excuse me, hold on. I don't want to blow your eardrums out. Yeah, they sit outside his door and then he goes and feeds them. But they're so cute. I just love animals. Last story, and then I'll get to the artwork. So I went to my bathroom yesterday to use the bathroom. I had to do number 2. And whenever I do a number 2, I always turn my faucet on just so there's a little water running. I just don't like total silence. I don't know. It's just me. And so I turn the water on. It's running. I finished going to the bathroom and I'm standing up and I look to the sink and there's a spider in the sink, like an inch or so away from the running water. And I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm terrified of spiders, but I won't kill a spider. I'll capture it and set it free. So I'm like, once I get cleaned up here, I'm going to capture that spider and put him outside. And in my head, I'm already thinking like, how am I going to do this, right? Oh man, it was heartbreaking. So I finish and I look to the sink and all I see is the spider. He's balled up and he'd fallen into like the water was running. So I had like the stopper. My stopper doesn't close all the way. So it's open like maybe just a fraction of an inch, and the water's kind of swirling at the bottom. And he's in that water and he's bouncing around all over the place. Like he's caught up in caught up in the water. He's just spinning around. He's in a little ball because he's scared. I'm like, shit. I was like, I gotta, I try to close the thing all the way and I realized it doesn't close all the way. So I'm like, I'm trying to grabbed a toothbrush. I'm like, I got to get him out of the way so he doesn't go down the drain. And all of a sudden, boop, went down the drain. And I'm just like, most people wouldn't give a crap. They wouldn't care. But me, I was like devastated. I'm like, that spider's life was in my hands and like I felt him. And then I'm like looking up the life expectancy of spiders. I'm like trying to think like, what did I just do? Yeah, it sucked, man. That poor little guy. Oh, yeah, it gets hot in here, man. All right, well, I guess my spider story bored a lot of people. All right, so I'm going to try to do something that's more painted. So I started this sketch. Oops. Yeah, so it's not having anybody on here to talk to because it's kind of hard to focus on drawing, and then also I think I might start doing this with StreamYard because then I can let you guys hop on, and if anybody like Jackie, if Jackie wants to hop on, he can hop on, man. Or I need to get one of those bots that tells me when someone leaves a message. Right. So let's see. Can you guys hear that noise outside? You always say you can't hear it, but it's so loud. All right, let me start putting some colors in here. Let's see. But yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody, except for me and Jared. We're not fathers. I don't want that. It was solid. That works. All right, let's try to get a color here. I'm trying to. I guess that could work, but I think it's the wrong thing. I think I like that better. All right, so just lay this in here. And I think I'm going to make. Well, I'm trying to do this whole painting in an hour. It'll be really simple, but Zinc Demon. I don't know what that is, Jackie. I think I need to make this sketch darker though. So an easy way to do that would be go to, let me see, that works. Yeah, there we go. Just put it on multiply. Yeah, I should start doing StreamYard. So let's see, it's 9:35. By 10:20, I want to have something here. So stick around. I shouldn't have done it like this. I should have done it differently, but whatever. Jared, you better get your iPad, man. Spartan got a new microphone, guys. Breaking news. We're going to start our horror podcast. Alrighty. And I will check in with the chat here in a second. I'm laying in the flats for this, so. I really hate this part. I'm working on a job right now. I'm actually doing a ton of animation for a documentary from a guy who is, he's already like done some pretty cool stuff. And, you know, I'm one man, so it was getting to the point where I'm like, man, I should just hire somebody to just do like this. Because I have tons of illustrations and anybody can do this. Just filling in the flat colors. But when you multiply this times, you know, like 20, 30, 40 different things, you know, it adds up. And I'm like, well, why don't I just hire somebody to do it? And I'm like, oh, you can't because you're broke. I'm sure there's people that would do it for free. I hate working for free. So just off of principle, even if somebody was like, hey, I'll do it. I'm like, no, I don't want you to. Don't do anything for free. All right, so it looks like I got that pretty much down. Right at the first flat color down, guys. Look at this, we're coming along. What's going on in the chat? Let's see. Anything new? Oh, okay. Jackie Lynn, I like that. Yeah, this could be. This could be an African zinc demon. Good job, Spartan. He's afraid to invest. My friend Jared's like, he's like a millionaire now, basically. He's afraid. Dude, just get it. Dude, it's so awesome. Just get it. Like literally, if I bought the best, newest iPad today and got all the accessories and spent like $1,800, and in 3 months from now I decided I don't want it, I could probably get like $1,300 or $1,400 back. I mean, I really probably could. So that means you spend a few $100s just to find out an answer to a really important question, man. Yes, definitely Spartan. All right. Well, then everybody's gone. It's just you, me. It's just tough audience, man. Right. Well, it's better when it's just us two. Jared's working out right now, by the way. So if you guys can have that image in your head. I know I like the image of that. All right, I'm going to do something different here. So you can do stabilization on this. Let's see. You guys see everything I'm doing? You guys hear that? Jeez. Right. Correction. Oh, there is stabilization on it. Interesting. Right now. I think we'll shut down. It didn't work. I mean, not how I wanted it to. All right, eraser. Yeah, it must, dude. It sounds like somebody just got shot, man. I'm using a really good noise suppressor. It's pretty much the best built-in one that you can get, and NVIDIA made it. It's like a real big deal in the streaming world, because usually when you do live background noise cancellation, like live, it just completely screws up the quality of your audio. But NVIDIA came out with this thing that all the streamers are using now, and it's really good. And I don't even have it set to the max. You can pretty much set it to the max and you won't mess up your audio. So, I mean, you guys probably will hear stuff, but you can set it to where you won't hear anything. If you're like, somebody's like doing construction or something. All right. Yeah, it sucks not having anybody here to talk to. Since Jared abandoned me. Jared just sat me down one day and said, dude, I like you, but not that much. I have a life to live. I want my Sundays free to focus on my own stuff. Like, I'm dealing with a lot. trying to figure out if I should get an iPad, and I'm like, I get it, dude. Somebody's gonna drop like an A-bomb here in North Dakota. And you guys are gonna be like, my whole room's gonna light up, and you guys are gonna be like, we don't hear anything. You're gonna see my flesh burning off my like skeleton. You'd be like, we see it, but we don't hear anything. All right. Got to lay the flats in so you have like some type of foundation. Blah, blah, blah. Jeez. All right. What's the next color I need? Really need some down here. I'm still getting used to drawing with this program. I'm still faster with the iPad, but there's a lot of things this program can do that are really nice. All right, let me get a darker color here. That's weird looking. I'll do that on a different layer. New layer. I swear, dude, sounds like there's a gunfight going on outside. I got all my windows open too, so. Now the tough part is going to be for this one, believe it or not, is there's all this little pieces of metal that I want to figure out. I don't know what people are even doing. There was a time when it was very peaceful here. Now, the neighbors I have, like, it's just constant people going in and out, in and out. I don't know why that bothers me, but it's like, make up your mind. There's door slamming and people talking, people yelling. It's like, shut up. Okay. Jackie, raccoon dogs also live in Asia. Jackie, can you prove that statement in a court of law? I surely hope so. Yeah, I can definitely, but you're working out though, Jared, I thought. Even if you're screaming from across the room, I'll do that. I just don't know how to. So I know how to do it on Discord now because I have that set up, and I'm trying to think how would I do that on be the best way to do what I want to do here. If I go like that, it's gonna take forever. Dude, the constant slamming of doors. You know what might be easier? Is to draw it all in this one shape and then cut it out. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, so I need to you guys should both join. So let me see if we do something like that. But I need the One day I'm going to be gone, guys, and then you're going to be like, damn, should have fucking, I don't know, I said the F word on YouTube. You're going to be like, I should have. You and Jared are going to be at my funeral crying. You're going to be like, man, damn, we should have hung out with Jimmy more. And then Spartan's going to be like, you didn't really like that guy, did you? And Jared's going to be like, no, man, of course not, but I felt sorry for the guy. Spartan's going to be like, yeah, me too, man. He's pretty pathetic, though. Yeah. See. So we have it going like that. I just wonder how painters back in the day were able to paint without the undo button. I'm guessing Control Z has been around since the beginning, right? I'm assuming that's something we take for granted, but like, was there a point in like Photoshop history or whatever where where you could undo? I know that I remember seeing a video on the history of Photoshop actually. And there was early on, I can't remember the number, but it was like really low. Like you had like a super small amount of undos. You know? Yeah, I think that too sometimes, Jackie. I always wonder about that. Like maybe there was just dinosaurs, because there actually are like lizards and bugs and different things in nature that can create like a fire or whatever. So it makes you wonder if like maybe they did exist, you know? It's not that big of a stretch. Like I said, there's things that can produce like fire. So if you had like a flying dinosaur or a pterodactyl that could blow some type of fire, that would have been a dragon. But it's weird though, because when I look at dragons, even like in Game of Thrones and stuff, but even as a kid, I always thought like a dragon, it's cool. I love dragons, but it actually looks like something that exists, you know? It doesn't seem so far-fetched. It seems like a real thing. Yeah, I do have it. Well, I guess. The only thing is when I had Discord open before, it was giving me feedback. Let's see what happens if I bring it up again. But I can't say Discord or SpongeBob right, apparently. Let me know if there's a... Yeah, Jared, do you have Discord? Discord. Let me know if I start echoing again. Jeez. All right. Let's see. I can never remember how to start talking with Yeah, jump on, guys. Because I'm gonna only go into the half hour. I'm just gonna do some stuff on this real quick. Because we have so many people watching, I need you guys to keep me up on the chat. So, I want to show you, like, this is the Discord. I'm sure I showed something. I'm sure I just did a Zach, give you my social. All right. So now I need to figure out a way to cut this out. All right, I guess I would use a hard eraser. Oh, I know what I could do. Where are you guys at? Sajur! Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only King Sajur Carpenter. Jesus wasn't the only carpenter. There was also Sajur. How are you doing, my friend? Hey, dude. I sent you a invite on Instagram. My new Instagram. So I'm putting art up there. Let's see. Sajur. Me and Sajur are soul brothers, spiritual brothers. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on here with the Discord, man. Is the art group enjoying? Oh, okay. Let me see. Art group. Can you guys hear me now? Sajur, you got to join the Discord so you can. I'm excited for you, Sajur. You got to join the Discord though, so we can get you on here and we can do animations together. Let me see. Okay, so you said go to chat. There's discussion. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
I hear you. Where's Jared? You gotta join the Discord though, so we can get you on here and we can. Oh, I hear I hear some noise in the background.
Oh, that's me.
Come on, bro. I mean, we're supposed to be professionals, you know? Turn your radio down.
My bad.
You know, how many years have you heard that on the radio? Sir, please turn your radio down.
Well, I was across the room.
I know.
I didn't even know if I was joining the right group.
So I need to know if I have an echo now.
Can you guys hear me just fine?
Yes, I
Oh,
can.
yes.
No issues like my other headset?
No, you sound great, dude. This is the best you've ever sounded.
Perfect.
Wait, what about me? Do I sound great or no?
You always sound
do a
great.
lot of echo, but you're in probably an echoed room.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you mean like a distance echo, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm using like knockoff AirPods or whatever. So.
Oh, those pick up all background noise. But it sounds good, though, dude. No, it sounds good.
Well, F, dude. I mean, I can throw on my computer mic instead.
No, dude. I'm serious. It sounds good. It really does sound good. Because, I mean, the echo part doesn't matter unless you have other people around. That's the thing. I'm saying I have those AirPods too. They're fine if you're like...
Hey, Cameron's here.
Cam. The problem with those is if you're like at Walmart or something and some kids crying like 4 aisles down, I don't know why they haven't figured that out. The only good option on Apple that really cancels out background noise is the speaker. But
like I said, also I'm using knockoff ones. They're not like Apple ones. I'm using iFrogs. I actually think have you guys heard of those?
No, but I was gonna say I actually think they sound better. Because I don't hear any background noise at all.
iFrog on.
iFrog. Is it really called that?
It legitimately is, I believe. I should check. Let me see. iFrogs, yeah.
That's cool, man.
IFROGZ.
Let me ask, how much were those?
Oh, I got them for Christmas a couple of years ago. I couldn't tell you. My mom probably got them off of QVC for cheap.
Yeah, mine were like $200, dude. And I do like them.
Shit.
It was a gift as well. And I do like them. The only problem though is that, dude, they still haven't got that figured out with the background noise, because it's the kind of thing where if I'm talking to somebody and I have my AirPods in or whatever they're called, and I'm washing the dishes, dude, it's like the sound of the dishes is like at a 10 and I'm like at a 4. Whereas if I use a speakerphone, I can literally be like, cutting down a tree and you can hear me perfectly fine. It's so weird.
So, since I had to turn down my radio, I can't hear. Are we broadcasting through your stream? And is it echoing? Have you been able to verify?
Turn it on.
Here, I'll check right now. Let me mute.
We end up talking for a half hour and it's fucking echoing and not working. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I can hear Wink just fine.
Yeah, sounds great, dude.
That's good.
I think we figured it out.
Right.
We finally figured it out.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, it took us, a year, but finally got it.
Yeah,
Only
but
a year. A year's not bad.
You can't get excited though, because then I swear, no matter how much I do next week, it'll be like, hey man, your picture is like stuttering, or it's always going to be something, man.
Yeah, well, that's natural. Dude, the way you set up the Discord is pretty fucking badass. Oh,
yeah, I did it all by myself. I did it myself. Spartan didn't help at all.
Jim, I don't believe you did any of it at all.
No,
man.
Spartan did it all, dude. And you say it's good, and I believe you. I just wish I understood how it works, so I could appreciate how good it is.
See, I don't know how it works either, but it looks like it looks like it's just set up for anything you could possibly want to do, like.
Well, that was Spartan's goal. Spartan said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "I don't know." He goes, "Okay, I'm going to set it up for everything."
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, that works.
All right. Well, it's good talking to you guys. Talk to you next week.
All right, later, dude.
See ya.
No, you said Cameron. Cameron hopped in. All right, I can't do this.
Cameron said, "Hey, homies," and that's it. I haven't seen anything else.
Said, "Hey, homies, I hate you. Bye."
You guys want to hear the story on how I caught the raccoon?
Yeah, Jared didn't see those pictures, did he?
So basically, yesterday morning, I went under my house since I noticed the raccoons in between the plastic insulation in the floor. I brought a box under there, started cutting open with a box cutter, and 2 babies fell out.
Oh, damn.
Then right behind my ear in the insulation, I started hearing, and I'm like, oh, that's the mama. I am not sticking around now. Bye.
So, like, the mom, I'm assuming like most animals will get violent.
Yeah, so I completely left with the babies out of the crawl space. And then I took them. I kept them in the house for the rest of the day, and then nighttime I put them in a raccoon trap and had it sitting there basically all night, them in there until the mama went in. Then it caught her. I'm like, yes. She's not big, but she just has like that bear type of aggressiveness, like you're like someone's peeping on you with that heavy breathing.
They're peeing on you? Peeping?
So wait, Cam, what do you do with it now?
So
that's
basically,
private. That's none of your business.
I have a bunch of back roads around me, so I took them out about 7 miles away from me and released them.
Now, you're positive that they're not good with like a 7-mile radius? They're not going to pop back up, only being pissed and grown up and ready to beat your ass?
This is the guy that kicked us out.
Their challenge is they have to make it through an entire town to get to me.
Okay. Well, that's fair. But you don't know what kind of connections they have in town. You don't know if on their way they'll be able to secure weapons and maybe new team members to really fight you. you know.
Jerry, you know, I was
There's
just
no
thinking,
gun
wouldn't that be
store in my
a
town.
great name for a horror movie, Raccoon Revenge?
Cameron replied again, saying, I am hopped in. I don't hate you. Come on, Skills.
He said he's
Come
hopped.
on!
He said he's hopped up.
He hopped in.
Oh,
He could be hopped up on something.
look, I'm hopped up, so don't pee me. Oh, all right. Well,
I have to hop out of the chat. I'll hop back into it in a bit here.
all right.
All right, I'll be
Wait.
back.
Okay.
Wink is going to take a shower. He doesn't want people to hear it.
He's got so many women that.
I would love to hear him sing in the shower.
Oh, it's beautiful, dude.
Yeah. So does my mic sound great to you?
Yeah, dude. It's like so much better. It's like totally
Like-
different.
Yeah, and I also have noise suppression on with Chris. But before, when I was testing it, you could hear all the way across the house my grandpa's TV. And now with this noise suppression, it's nice and quiet.
Dude, it sounds so much better. Right, Cameron? Cameron, I love you, my friend.
Has Cameron had to deal with my other mic?
I don't know. No, I don't know. He might have been here. It was just bad. It was like no matter how much we turned it up, it sounded like you're across the room whispering.
Yeah, so basically, this mic works perfectly fine on PlayStation 4, but it doesn't work on Xbox, and supposedly doesn't work on this PC, and Xbox probably works the same with the PC, so that's probably the issue.
Yeah, I mean, you sound like a different person, dude. It's like, now I know what you really sound like. Can't hide from me anymore, man.
Some of my voice fiddles those winkles.
Those.
Cameron asks, how is Kayla?
I don't know, dude. I haven't talked to her in a while. Yep, it's life, dude. Cameron's gonna be like, all right, well, I'm done.
Life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get.
Never know.
You know what? Since I have the mic, I can do Mr. Hanky now.
Oh. It was good, and then it cut out, dude.
I blame communism. I think that's Discord's end where it cuts out, because it would, if it reaches a too high frequency, it cuts out. Or it's the noise suppression. Either one. Oh, they have new settings on
If I take that off.
YouTube.
Mm.
So what is this character for?
It's not for anything. It's just something to draw. But the way I want to do all this part on the body, I want it to be like all these angular, triangular type of pieces of metal stuck. And there's no way I can do that in the stream. So I kind of ruined it. But I'm trying to think of, I know what I can do. I know what I'll do,
More
Linda.
looks like body paint, like she's ready to like do like a tribal win or something.
So imagine everything on the body is very thin pieces of gold metal, but like almost like shards of glass, but very thin and gold and just pasted, like stuck all over the body. But I can't do that in the stream because I either have to find some brush or some way to where I could do it quickly, or I'm gonna have to sit here and like cut everything out. I just don't have time. People have lives, Spartan.
Hey Cameron, if you want to talk to us more, join us on Discord.
He's like, I don't, but thanks. How funny would that be?
I think I have the right Discord setup. Or that one's to the discussion. even though you can't have access to it.
What is he doing?
Blink abandoned us.
I know what I'll do. I'll undo that. And then I'll do that. And then I'll do that. Why is it still doing that though? That's really weird.
I was doing research today for the podcast, writing stuff for stories.
Okay.
And I think the first one we should start with a true story and then do a movie next. Because I have
Go ahead.
I have a local urban legend near my town that we could do. And then the second one could be a horror movie like The Ring or any other movie that we would see fun to break down and talk about.
Definitely. I'm very excited for new Halloween, my friend.
Yes. That's
If
one
I'm
way
excited
to
about
put
it, you better be excited about it. If not, well, because there's a new Quentin Tarantino film based on a true story, but it's a true story that hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen. He says it's called Raccoon Revenge. Raccoon's Revenge.
Oh, I'm sure we'll do a breakdown behind the story behind that about some gullible idiot who went under his house just to catch some raccoons.
Some raccoons. All right. What's Cam saying? What's Cam up to? Did he bell?
That one way to put skills about Discord. I'll try. I think YouTube streams is enough, but I'll try Discord.
No, there's always something new, right? It's just never
Cameron,
enough.
Discord is an art community for you to chat with us, and you can talk with skills a lot more on there. You can harass them about Kayla, put them at gunpoint if you really wanted to. As far as long as it involves art, if you do a comic strip, like looking like Invincible, you taking Invincible out, which is skills, and saying, "What are you doing? Why aren't you talking to her?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't care. So,
Speaking of which, that is at the top of my list, dude. I'm going to watch that entire show. Just so you know.
I can't wait for season 2. Rick and Morty is coming out tonight.
Yeah, I saw an ad for that. Jeez, do you hear that?
Oh, guess who's here? Jordan.
Jordan, what is up? Jordan!
Long time
Finally,
no
she joins us. She's finally graced us with her presence.
Jordan. Jordan, join the Discord. Join it. Join
She
the
doesn't want to talk
Discord.
to us. Like,
I put my heart and soul into it, and I took a whip from skills, so this would mean a lot to me.
she's like, I don't care. good for you.
Skills is like, if you don't get this done, you're gonna get whipped, and then finanated.
Guess I'll have to work. For now, I can just race out. Or I can. That's true. This is very hard to figure out. It's not.
Yeah, don't ask me to figure out this whole art stuff. That'll take me forever.
You need to figure it out, dude. Please, for the love of God.
I'm not harassing about Kayla Spartan. I saw her twice when she joined in with us in the YouTube streams. She knows I'm not harassing.
Yeah, we
You don't
know,
get the
but
phone camera.
we just like to pick on people, Cameron. There's no one else
Yeah.
here, so unfortunately.
Yeah, I already blocked Wink. He's blocked. That's why he's not here anymore.
Yeah, we blocked Winky Dink. Crazy world,
Yeah.
huh? Who would have thought it would come down to this?
All around me.
All right, I gotta hurry up here. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Do some blending here. Blend, 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 blend. Jordan, what have you been up to?
Says, hi, Skills. Yeah, you see I had some trouble with my device, and I could join live streams anymore, but I got a new phone now.
Thank God.
Same here, Jordan. I'm going to get a new phone on Tuesday, since mine doesn't want to charge or keep any memory.
Thank God for new phones.
Yeah. So I'm here now, smiley face. Well, welcome back. You have joined the clan, and now you will never leave.
Yeah. You belong to us now, Jordan.
Now, pick the blue pill or the red pill, or the bottle of Skittles.
Or the diarrhea pill. It's your choice. The diarrhea pill.
It's a suppository. I think it's kind of funny that I want to moderate or narrate what everyone's saying. Glad you got a new phone, Jordan. Now you're back. Back again. Guess who's back?
So much passion.
Cameron, Winky Dink Mita, you back? No, he ain't back yet. He's taking
Cameron,
his
what have you
sweet
been
time.
cooking, man? What's Cameron cooking?
I guess a quesadilla.
All right. That looks trippy. Okay, so let's get rid of that.
Sounds good to me right now. Some banana cream pie. Or some peach cobbler.
Just cobbler, man.
Oh, I've actually learned how to make homemade peach cobbler, so now I've been doing it.
Peach.
So how much of a delay do you have? Spartan should be a voice actor. He's nailing it with the narrations. No. Even though I've always wanted to be a voice actor, I can't get enunciation or whatever. Freaking, I'm just bad at English.
Oh, I agree with him. Don't argue, Spartan. Well, don't argue with the customers, okay? The customer's always right. Damn it. Well,
I thought it would always be fun to be a voice actor, make people laugh and smile.
it turns out it wasn't. I got my ass kicked when I tried it.
Close, Spartan. Close. Close enough to grasp it. Jordan answered, I missed you all. I was so sad when I found I couldn't join the streams. Well, Jordan, there's also a Twitch. That's probably Skills neglected to mention to you.
I love how Jordan sounds like Sean Connery.
Is that what that voice is?
Whatever voice you're doing, yeah, it sounds like Jean Connor. Jean O'Connor.
Who's that guy, by the way?
Oh. He was
I don't know actors by their names. I just know them by their movies.
Yeah, he was the I think maybe the first James Bond, I think.
Oh, check it's not starred.
There you go, yeah, that guy. And then later on he kind of had a resurgence where he did some movies with Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage was still acting normal.
Cameron says I was close. He was making chicken wraps.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to say I don't like the blue. So, guess what, guys?
Are you saying about the blue tinge on the gold, or?
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Which sucks. That means I have to get rid of everything. Watch this, guys. It's gonna blow your mind. See the eraser? Do you see how little the eraser is? Now watch this. Now look at the eraser. It didn't work. Why didn't it? Uh-oh, what happened? That's really weird, dude. Oh, no.
Cameron made his chicken wraps, and he enjoyed it thoroughly. Chicken wraps sound like you need like guac or some sour cream with it. I've never had a chicken wrap, so I can't tell you. But taquitos, you always need sour cream with taquitos.
Do you guys have a, I'm guessing not, but Taco John's? It's not the greatest, but it's a thing out here.
Never heard of it.
Okay, well now that they have the new fried chicken tacos, I'm just like, okay, yes, it does look good, but like, what are we doing here? Okay, it's like we run out of ideas, so let's combine American, you know, like Kentucky Fried Chicken with a taco. Just put a big chunk of. Basically, it looks like a piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken they stuck into a taco. I'm like, yeah, it looks good, but you're trying to kill us or what's going on? I should do that. I should go on their like social media and be like, okay, so you guys must hate us, right? Why else would you make something like this that you know we're gonna try? It's gonna end up killing us.
What really hates us is Taco Bell since they got rid of the Mexican pizza.
Oh, did they really? I don't. That's the thing. I never understand when you hear stuff like that. Because, well, it's like the what's that popular one from McDonald's? The
Big Mac.
No, the rib one that people love.
Oh, the McRibs.
But they only come out with it like so many. It's like, dude, what are you doing? I mean, people like it, have it.
Well, I tried it when it came out, and it tasted terrible.
I had it. I actually really liked it, but it's been a long time. Right, so, but I don't eat fast food anymore just because I'm afraid of dying. All right.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that stuff. It'll kill you for sure.
Dude, you can't just come on here and start talking like. You got to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Skills Mahoney.
You SOB, you dirty, rotten.
Welcome, Jared Winkler.
Jared, is everything okay? Please.
Hello. Oh man, things are not great.
So Cameron says, when I made chicken wraps, I put romaine lettuce and provolone cheese, sliced chicken wrapped in flour tortilla.
And human flesh.
In Rising Cane's, there are chicken tender sandwich.
Oh yeah, Raising Cane's is like just crack.
Yeah, but all that fast food is, man. You don't have them?
I know you don't have it there.
Oh, that's crazy because we had them in Vegas, so I figured Cali, usually whatever Vegas has, Cali has.
Well, it's
No.
like with California, how In-N-Out finally reached out towards you guys.
Yeah, because we both have In-N-Out, we both have Roberto's.
Wait, Roberto's? I haven't heard of Roberto's in California. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you guys don't have Roberto's in California?
No.
Wow.
Jordan missed you, Jared.
Yeah, she didn't
Jordan,
miss me.
I miss you too.
Well, you know what? Also, California and Vegas both have. That's pretty rare. Is McDonald's.
Do you guys have Jamba Juice out there?
Wow.
I don't know if we have it here, but we had that in Vegas.
What about Nation?
This is crazy. We're getting everybody back here. We got Jordan, we got Cameron. Wow.
Wow.
Now we just need Taco Rob.
Yeah.
What's up with Taco Rob, dude?
Taco Rob is He's back in Chicago right now, freaking waiting for Broadway to open back up. I think he actually just is starting school at an Ivy League college as well, getting his master's.
I'm fine.
So, I
with
mean,
this.
is that
Great.
because of COVID? Did the whole thing fall apart?
Oh yeah, dude, he was doing what's that show? American
House of Rock or whatever. The Rock.
Wait, which one?
Wasn't he doing like Rock of Ages or something?
No, that he was doing School of Rock, but then
Yeah.
he got cast in the Broadway version of. He was going to be in the originating cast of shit. What is the picture of the movie has like a girl with sunglasses, and I think you see a reflection in her sunglasses.
The one from Cameron Crowe, the Almost Famous.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Yes. So he was going to be in the Broadway version of Almost Famous, and they had already previewed in San Diego. They were getting ready to start. They had bought him his place in New York, and COVID came and shut down Broadway.
What?
So he's just like been waiting. Though Cameron Crowe, like I think, well, I can't. There's some stuff I can't.
Yeah, don't say it,
Stuff
because
that I literally am not allowed to say.
You know what's crazy? My whole life has been stuff you're not allowed to say, and the truth is, nobody gives a crap. Like, I'm working on a project
Right.
now. I would love to
Right,
show
but
the art.
we're actually physically on the internet, where
No, I
if
know-
it were
I know.
said and somehow got back, I could ruin something.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying the truth is nobody cares. Like, I'm working on something now that it's going to be a pretty big documentary, but who cares if I show some of the artwork or whatever? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to be like, I saw that artwork on this guy's Instagram. He has like 30 followers, and now it ruined the whole experience for me. I don't want to watch the movie. I don't
think
get the
Cameron
whole
cares.
like. Oh yeah.
Cameron also replied to you earlier.
Oh yeah. What did he
Skills.
say?
He said,
He's talking crap. He wants to fight. You want to fight?
"Yeah." He says, "Yes, he can. Skills. Wink can do what he damn well pairs. Please, pair, please."
Yeah. Here, please, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then Wink.
Yeah.
How crack would you say to fast food, Wink?
Well, I mean, like, so here's the thing about Raising Cane's, right? I am addicted to Raising Cane's chicken. But I say there is nothing spectacular about that food. Nothing. It's
Yeah,
not
you should-
even that good. So if I can say naturally it's not that great, but I also am addicted to it, like I need it, like then there's something in it. They're putting something in that's addictive, in my opinion.
Probably MSG, dude. I notice anytime I eat something and I'm just like, why is this so good? It'll be like some cheap like chips or something. I'm eating them like, dude, this is like the greatest thing ever. Why is it so good? And I look in the back and it has MSG in it. I'm like, dude, anytime anything has
probably.
MSG in it, it's just like, and then they'll try to tell you, well, it's not bad for you. I'm like, bull crap. I know anytime I feel this good, I'm doing something bad.
Of course.
There's very few things in life we can do that feel amazing that aren't somehow bad for us. And the one thing that is the exception, I'm not allowed to talk about on YouTube. Dang.
All right, I have to hop out of this again, but I'm going to come right back. Are you going to be streaming much longer, Skills?
No, but come back if you're around.
Okay, I'll be back.
Right, bye. Oh, Spartan, I can't stand that guy. So glad he's gone.
Yeah, I completely agree. Now, do you want that crack?
Yes, do the crack.
Because you know who I really am? Hi, I'm Callie.
Hey, who's still here? Can't believe anybody's still watching this.
Jordan says she loves that place that you guys were talking about that I'm trying to read because I drew a blank on what it is. Raising
Oh,
Canes. That
Raising Hell.
yeah, Raising Hell. Jordan loves that. And then Cameron says, I love Raising Hell too, Jordan.
The movie.
Where I come from, there's one in Fairfield. Well, there's a Fairfield in California, Cameron. There's a Chlorian, never heard of the place. And then Dent, Ohio, never heard of the place. I know of Ontario, no, not Ontario. New Bremen, Ohio, because that's where forklifts come from.
Well,
See, if you get blown away by a tornado, you might land into the world of forklifts. And you don't want a forklift to land on you. It weighs as much as a house.
it's forking crazy, dude.
Yeah. Jackie Human is a Hindu monkey god that is based off of a monkey king. Reminds me of that movie, that Chinese movie, where they have this monkey king and a bunch of other things. Never
He's
seen
like,
the movie, but I saw
He's like,
clips.
I hated that movie, and now as a result, I hate you. Thank you and God bless. I bid you adieu.
Have you ever watched Bridge to Terabithia? Do you know the boy, though? I forget his name. I just hate him. I just hate him in every movie. I never watched any movie with him in it. He was also in To the Center, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Nope, didn't watch it. I just hate him for some odd reason. He has like that luck in movies where he survives, where I wish he died.
Sounds like jealousy, buddy.
Well, I also wish the kid from Walking Dead died instead of Sophia, but this was like first season. Sophia didn't deserve to die. I think his name was Carl. Carl deserved to die. How Carl acted in the other seasons, should have died. But
I have a lot of
he's
strong feelings about things.
Arden's philosophy on who should die. Kylo Ren should have died. Kylo Ren shouldn't have been that. Whoever actor should have been a different actor. It doesn't even look like it would be the spawn of Han Solo or Princess Leia. It doesn't even look like it would be a kid like them. Zombies are a metaphor for the sheeple.
The sheeple.
Yeah. I think she means the SHIT people.
Told you not to cuss on stream.
Oh, I don't use foul language, so.
Foul. So you don't
Kinda
talk about
helps me
birds?
out.
You don't talk about birds?
Like I said, I don't say any like hardcore foul language. I can
Hardcore.
say a
Foul.
few different words, but
Yeah, say something. What's the foulest word we can get out of your pie hole?
we might get blocked. Unless you don't care about this one and should be posting on the other page like you should be doing.
Well, that one I do care about. This one doesn't really matter.
Well, it's retard or douchebag.
Well, there you go. Now you just
Like
went.
that's
You had to go. You had to do it, didn't you? You had to do it, didn't you?
Jackie replied again. Zombies are a metaphor of the sheeple / asleep people.
Is that
If
true?
they're asleep, so are zombies just sleepwalkers? Like, are they asleep eating people? Like, they got the midnight munchies?
Is what Jackie's saying, is that true? Or
I doubt it. So how do I join the Discord? I clicked on the link, but there it says it's expired or invalid. Well, let me fix
it's
this.
because we don't
for
want you
Jordan.
there. See, you have to
Oh,
understand.
Craven.
Here's how Spartan really works. He likes to mess with people.
Mentally. Okay, try now, Jordan. Flying lemurs exist. I hope they exist. I would want a pet flying lemur to steal people's toupees. Did Wink join back? No.
Yeah, I'm back here.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Wink, did you
Um,
know I haven't really officially mated you until now?
Yeah, I guess, but I felt like we've known each other anyway. I mean,
Well,
maybe
you guys
we
haven't
haven't
talked, huh?
spoken, but I've heard you talk to Skills. We've talked together in like chat and then through the live stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it feels like it. I guess we are just meeting each other, but I feel like I know you. I don't know.
So, Wink, have you heard my idea that I would like you and Skills to join in with?
No, what idea?
So basically, I have an idea of creating a podcast.
Hey, you guys keep talking. I gotta go take a leak.
Have fun.
Yeah, just put the microphone in the toilet, Skills. I want to hear it.
So basically, the idea is to do a podcast, but basically we break down real horror stories and urban legends and movies where we talk about it on the podcast, how it became to be, our feedback on it, on what we thought and how it could have been better or how it passed expectations and stuff.
So, like for just regular stories and also movies?
Yeah, so like urban legends and movies, like we would alter per session.
Okay. Yeah, I
thought
dig
it'd
that.
And the podcast will be called like Scary Stories in the Winnebago.
I dig it, dude. I like ultimately for me, anything horror is an easy sell, dude. I live for horror. Ultimately,
Yeah.
it probably makes me the happiest out of anything in the world. I don't know why.
Well, I think this is a fun chance to hear new stories and watch new movies to give our opinion on, and then it'll
For
draw
sure.
people to it. Because the first one I want to do is an urban legend in my town. I'm not going to say it so people don't search it up. But it's basically a ghost girl, and there we go. So that'll
That's
be
kind of
like-
cool.
Yeah, there's two stories to it, which is the fun part. So I'll break down both of them and then get your guys' opinions on it and see like what do we think is the actual story behind it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like I think to a degree, man, I don't know. Like I love ghost stories and I love supernatural stuff, but I'm also a huge skeptic. I don't believe in any of it, which is bizarre because like I was talking to someone who I was trying to watch an exorcism type movie with, and they were like, oh, I can't watch that because I'm like very religious and it's super real to me. And I was like, well, it's not to me, but when I watch it, I suspend my disbelief and I am, for the hour and a half I'm watching it, I'm super religious and I believe in it, you know?
Yeah.
But then once it's over, I'm like, that's just all bullshit to me, you know? But I still love it. I don't know why. That's just, I have a very weird skeptical brain when it comes to even horror related things. So
Well, last stream on Twitch, I was telling Skills about actual stories that I had from my family, which creeped him out. Because I told him about one of my stories where my uncle and my grandma were watching TV in my old house we were living in, and teeth fell from the ceiling.
teeth fell from the ceiling.
Yes.
So wait, you're in a living room with two people and teeth fell from your ceiling. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And you have those teeth still, I imagine, right?
I was young. They just threw them out because what would you do with teeth?
So
that you don't
so
know who it is.
as a skeptic, that is my first thing, man, is people who have these stories never care about the evidential part of it. So like for me, if that happens to me, not only do I keep the teeth, I send them in to get DNA tested and find out what scientists will go out of their way to like there's like people that would test these things. If you're like, this is supernatural teeth, they tell you exactly what they could about them. They tell you how old they are. And the thing is, like, as a huge skeptic, that's the thing that bothers me is generally I've heard lots of stories of like miracles and things, especially lately. And generally people they want to believe the thing and they don't want to look for any reasons why not the thing, you know?
Well, if I was a smart young child, I would have said to keep it, but I'm
sure, yeah. so like, but also, so I don't want to, because like I know this is very real to you because it happened to you, but like with my skeptic brain, immediately I'm like, well, the teeth probably were already there. Spartan was probably too young to know what was going on. They could have been, a family member could have been trying to make something appear to happen and had teeth that they literally tossed over your head that made it look like it fell on the ground. Now, these might not be the explanations, but I can tell you that there are far more rational explanations we can come up with than supernatural forces led teeth to fall from the ceiling, you know? I mean, there's easier things to point to what may have happened, you know? And anyway, I feel bad because like I have talked to, especially recently, I've been talking to a lot of people about these things, and like I've been hearing miracle stories and stuff. And I'm not saying these things to offend you or anything. People often take offense.
It's too late, man.
People often take offense to having like these kinds of stories, like where someone doesn't believe. I literally had someone saying, I literally am an eyewitness to this. You have to believe me, and then was offended that I didn't believe them. But
oh yeah, a lot of stuff.
I want to believe in it though. Yeah.
Well, I've had this. I told Skills last stream about this too. I was hanging Christmas decorations. All the Christmas decorations, I was down on the ground. It was all hanging. Just started shaking rapidly. You felt California is known for earthquakes. You felt nothing. All that was shaking though. Nothing else in the house was. Then my grandma said the name of a family member. I gotta ask her the name, but then everything just stopped. And this family member was deceased for I don't know how many years. But I grew up in a very religious family. Am I very religious myself? No, but my grandma is. But just seeing her say a name and stuff just stops. It's trippy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, these are things like, unfortunately, they're probably things that we can't recreate. They're things that nobody looked into what was happening at the time. Like, I mean, I'm sure that in the moment, everyone involved, every witness to that event was like, accepted right away that this must be a supernatural thing. I know that you said, well, it couldn't be an earthquake because the only thing being affected was were the lights, you know? So obviously it wasn't an earthquake. And it's like, well, an earthquake actually is probably like one of the, I mean, it's probably one of the least common things that it could have been. I mean, I don't know what could have caused it. I didn't see how it happened or anything, but like, to me, something like that, it seems like if something was shaking, it was likely also going to stop shaking, regardless of what name was said. You know, if she had happened to say baloney at that time, it might have also stopped. You know, but also, I mean, truth be told, maybe that family member was trying to communicate by shaking those lights. You know. But and I don't know.
But in the end, it's that comfortable feeling that you know there's family still looking out for you, and that's kind of what helps in the believing of it.
All right, maybe so. I mean, so for me, I don't find any comfort in that. I don't want things watching me in the dark.
See, I disagree though, dude. Because to me, if I ever had, like, there's people that say I don't want to have, like, I'm guessing, Jared, you wouldn't be cool if, like, you had, like, a demon or something appear in your room one night for a small period of time and then go away. There's nothing cool about that to you, right?
Why, hello there, Georgie.
Can you hear me?
I don't know.
See,
Yeah,
here's
I mean-
me. Okay, so you're saying, like, you're okay with that not happening. To me, the reason that's cool is because I'm like, all right, I just got proof of potentially life after death, something supernatural. And to me, that's comforting because that means if there's something bad, you know, supernatural, then there's obviously something good too. Like that would give me, like, evidence, like, okay, there is something beyond this life.
Listen, dude, I completely agree with that. And I was even, like, trying to quantify that, like, yeah, that would be kind of cool to see that. So, like, but that's not what Spartan's saying. He's talking about comfort in, like, your family watching over you from the other side. Like, I don't have a closeness with any family members, and I don't, even if I found out that there was an afterlife and there were ghosts and demons and things, it would bring me no comfort to know that my grandmother was, like, watching over me. Unless you're telling me that they can affect change in the physical plane, and if I were in danger, that they were going to be able to do something. But otherwise, I don't need a deceased family member shaking my lights going, hey, remember me? And then you say their name and they're like, okay, just making sure. And then they go away. Like, that doesn't make me feel better about the world.
No,
Like,
it just
like
is comforting to
paranormal.
know that there's something beyond this. That's the only thing for me. It's like, okay, cool. There is something.
I would love to know that there's something beyond this and we have something to look forward to. That would be cool.
Illmatic ask about the black chick. He's like, Skills, what's up with the black chick?
Who said that?
Illmatic 826.
Illmatic, I don't know what's up with her. She's just, I don't know.
Okay, Wink, you got another one. Jackie says, Jackie Lynn says she saw a floating, glowing orb at a gas station.
Uh-oh. Now,
So I'll tell you a little ghost story of my own then. Like, so it was either like 2002 or 2003. I was at my dorm in college and I was out, there was a little smoker's nook. Like this little, like, overhang on the side of the building, and I was having a cigarette, and you could see this hallway going to the cafeteria from outside. There's like a glass window along the whole hallway. And I'm staring at that hallway. It's dark out, and I was like, if there's anything supernatural, any ghost or any being that is with me and can hear me now, turn off the light in that hallway. And in my periphery, I saw a light turn off. I was like, what the fuck? I can't tell. It wasn't in that hallway, but something definitely just turned off. What was that? And so I looked off in the distance and I was like, all right, whatever that was and whoever that was, if you hear me, turn that back on. And a lamppost, boom, turns on. Right in that instant. I'm like, holy shit. And then about 25 seconds later, the light turned off again. And then about 25 seconds later, it turned on again. And the rest of my time in college there, that lamp would just go off and on like that. Was it a ghost?
yes,
Probably
absolutely,
not.
dude.
I probably had noticed that there was a light turning off and on, and it made it, like, in the back of my head, like, I had already observed it, likely, you know? Unless there's a ghost that's just like, fuck, he told me to do this. Is he not getting the message? There's just more reasonable explanations than it was a ghost, you know?
I don't know,
But-
dude. I think it
right
was
off the bat, my initial thing was like, holy shit, I just proved it. It just happened. They turned off the light. They turned it back on, you know? But it's reaching conclusions. It's making patterns that don't really exist.
So if
But
ghosts do-
orbs are not very, I don't know, like, they don't prove much to me. Orbs are.
Hey, Spartan, can you
something
kick Jared out of the chat? I think I've had just all I know. All weird. Hey, just get him out of here.
I suck. I totally suck. I'm sorry, guys. I talk too much and like I'm an asshole. So
No. It's no, it's just a thing. We have no way of knowing. But at the same time,
entitled to their opinion.
the fact that we're living here on this planet is insane. And I don't know, like I always say, you can say people that, believe that there's some greater consciousness or God that's behind everything or crazy, but then it's also equally crazy to say like, oh, this just all life, all conscious, everything just came from nothing. Either one is equally insane and beyond our comprehension. So really, no matter what side you choose.
I guess the point is like it's already super complex and there's already so much that is observably true. Why muddy it up with more complexity of things that aren't observable? It's like obviously there could be a God. There could be millions of different ideations of a God, and one of them could be true. There could be billions, trillions of ideas.
No, there's just one.
It's not one, yeah. But
He's trying to save you from going to hell, dude. Just listen to Spartan, okay? He's trying to save your wretched soul.
May the power of Christ compel you.
But it's like taking something that's already complex and being like, okay, we're like observing it and we're trying to understand it, and it seems like the smarter we get, the more we're able to understand. Well, let's just add a dynamic to it that we haven't observed at all. Let's just imagine, unicorns, dragons, whatever. I mean,
yeah, but
like those dragons seem like they could be real.
That's what people do,
let's
though.
Just say, they probably could be real. So why not? And it's like, well, it's not observable. You're just making shit up because it feels right,
This is why
but that's what people do, though.
Will be great.
Think about it. Anything that ever becomes something on this planet started out with people saying that's crazy. So I mean, who's to say that in 5,000 years from now, if we're still around, we know for a fact, like, oh, this is true, and there was a time when we didn't believe it. I mean, I guess it just doesn't matter because we have such a small time on this planet, and there's so many things we just can't know for sure that people are just, going to speculate, and it's going to be like you throw everything at the wall and you see what sticks, That's what I usually do with my feces.
Yeah.
Well,
I know you do too.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Back then, a lot of people didn't think electricity was like, how is that even possible? And then it happened. I'm like, wow.
Jared, there's people that didn't think electricity could be done, and you're doubting God. You're weird, dude.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, my leaps of logic are just nonsense, man.
Jordan, she left.
She had enough, dude. See?
Like they figured out how to make a shell for tacos out of Doritos, and I don't believe in spirits?
Dude,
Jared,
there is
far more complex things have happened at Taco Bell. So,
no, dude, I was telling Spartan that there's a place here. They just came out. It's a place called Taco John's. It's basically like a Taco Bell.
Either I've heard somebody else talk about that, or you've told me about it. But I've heard Taco John's is like the best in the world.
Yeah, I don't like it at all, but some people do. It's like totally Americanized Mexican food. I like real Mexican food. But anyways, dude, it's...
Me too.
Yeah, they came out with a new thing called... I don't know what it's called, but it's literally fried chicken inside the taco. And I'm like, I was telling Spartan, I'm like, I looked at the picture. I'm like, that looks so good, but why would you do that? Like, do you want to kill us? Like,
Yeah.
now you're taking Kentucky Fried Chicken and you're putting it in a taco. And it's like, damn, dude, you know that we're going to eat it and he's going to kill us.
Dude, it's like at McDonald's, they used to do those like wraps where they just put like a chicken tender in a flour tortilla with a little bit of like sauce. It was like fucking delicious.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth this Sunday,
For
dude.
dinner earlier. Everyone's talking about Taco Bell now.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
We shouldn't have started.
I
You
might
started
have
something, Jared.
lunch tomorrow, or taqueria tomorrow. A mix of both tomorrow. So I was talking to Skills last week, Wink, about how what if right now we're actually in heaven, but humans corrupted heaven so much that it became more life and reality, and then if we die, it's either nothing or super heaven.
Dude, let me tell you guys something really crazy. So you guys know the I don't know how much you've been following this, but you know the guy that used to work for the Pentagon? He's the guy you see in like most of like the videos on the news talking about, you know, the UFOs and everything. It's like he has a Spanish name.
El Pollo Loco.
Yeah, dude. So he told the crazy story the other day. I mean, not the other day, but it was a video. So he said so it's undeniable now that these things exist, and you know, and they're gonna give us some kind of report. But anyways, he said when he was working for the Pentagon, he went to some people and he said like, "Hey, I want to look into this further," and he was getting pushback. And finally, he got to a point where he's like, "I don't understand what the issue is. Like, why can't we look into this further? This is kind of a big deal. There's these crafts or things flying around that are doing unbelievable stuff, and like this should be important." And he said a guy really high up,
We're coming for you.
dude. He said a guy really high up. He finally got into a room with this guy, and the guy goes, "We just need you to stop. We already know what they are." And he's like, "What are they?" And he goes, "They're fallen angels." And now he wasn't buying that as an answer. He just mentioned that as part of like the story of talking to this guy. But I'm like, that's kind of crazy, man. Now this could have been a guy in the military that was a religious guy, and that's what he decided. But it's just interesting because they talk, you know, in the Bible and stuff, it talks about Armageddon and talks about the end times, and we always imagine it as like some fantasy that's unbelievable, like there's angels and demons fighting, and you know the human souls are like at stake. But it's like, dude, that would be a trip if like, yeah, they are fallen angels. Like what you're seeing aren't crafts. Those are beings. Those are multi-dimensional beings that are observing us and trying to have an effect on us. And those are actually, so in the Bible and stuff, when they talked about angels and stuff, we humanized them, but it was these glowing things in the sky that would, you know, appear and, you know, affect humanity or whatever. So
For me, with my skeptic mind, I'm more willing to believe that even in the Bible, what they thought were angels were alien. Like that makes more sense to me than it being angels and realizing that, oh, it's never been aliens, it's always been angels. I feel very confident in saying like, there is likely aliens somewhere. And it is more likely to me that there are aliens that have visited Earth than there are angels that
I know, but then it goes back to the whole question of, I mean, again, it's just something to entertain the idea of like, what if it turns out we are the only ones, that we were created by God, and these things that we've been seeing, that have been interacting, these abduction stories. And the crazy thing about it too, there is, you don't have to believe it, but there is a ton of abduction stories where people said the aliens actually brought up Jesus and told them that Jesus was not God. So then it makes you think like, okay, you could rule all these out as they're just crazy, or you could look at it as these aliens are trying to actually help enlighten people, like get away from that religious bullcrap, or that they could be demons trying to like brainwash people. But that aside, though, the one thing that a lot of the stuff I've already heard about from other people in the military, but one of the things that is widely accepted now is these things really started appearing around 47. They started appearing once we started detonating atomic and nuclear bombs. That's when they, there's a history of sighting that goes beyond that, but that's when they really started interacting with us as far as disabling like missile heads and affecting, physically going over like areas and disabling them to where like if we wanted to launch a nuclear missile right now, we couldn't. And this is, again, stuff that the same guy has said, like, yeah, those are true stories. There's plenty of stories where they spend a lot of time around these areas. So that would lead to you to think that, well, maybe they are, here to help us or whatever. But I don't know, dude. They just seem so ambiguous. Like they seem like they don't want to be known. Because if they did, they wouldn't. Like we're coming out with these reports where the government has to try to tell us what they know, which is probably going to be like, they're going to probably show some more cool footage, better footage, and then say, we don't know what they are. It could be true, it could be a lie. But you have to think that if they wanted to be known, they would just be known. They could send a broadcast over like TikTok or something and be like, hey, this is who we are.
I mean, here's the thing, dude. There's that guy that came up with that thing, like about a conspiracy, how like with how many people it would take to completely be revealed. Like, and as far as that stuff with like the U.S. government, knowing all that stuff, it would have made it out by now, like in a way where it'd be undeniable. There would be no question. So while I agree there's all this footage and shit, like they don't know what it is. They just don't. If they did,
here's the way I look at it.
Would know about it by now.
I think they don't know what it is. I think somebody may know what it, because here's the thing. This is probably where we differ. I don't know for sure, but I think there's a possibility of, I don't want to say like a secret government, but a alternative or some other group that is like a shadow government. I think there's a potential for that. And I think
Dude, I don't know if you cut out for Barton as well, but for me, you just cut out. What were you saying? There's a potential for...
See, that's what he does, Spartan, when he doesn't want to have a conversation. No, I just said that I don't know that this is true. This is just an idea, though, but I am open to the possibility that there could be a shadow government. There could be some type of alternative government. Even somebody like, what's his name? I know he gets a lot of like hate, but the guy that got banned from like the internet, what's his name?
Oh yeah, what's his face? The frogs are turning gay guy.
Yeah. So
Alex Jones.
Yeah, but I remember way back in the days of the first year of YouTube, whatever. He went to that bohemian place, and there was all these people there, like big political people, and they had this crazy ritual. He got it all on tape, and he's not the only one that knows about this kind of stuff. And again, this could be just like college, like traditional crap that they do, and there's no meaning to it. There's no spiritual meaning to it, and we're just like looking at this stuff and thinking like, oh, they're worshiping the devil or something. But then there's the other side of
Skills, like, don't align yourself with Alex Jones. Your stream's never gonna pick up stream.
No, I don't. I know but I also have to look at like, it'd be like this. Imagine I'm a nutcase. Like I'm really a nut. Okay, I'm smart, but I'm a nut. And I'm pursuing something, and in the process of it, I like capture a group of political people doing something crazy, and I get it on tape and I put it out there.
Yeah.
And then everything else I say is just nuttiness. It doesn't mean like that one thing is kind of like weird. Like, what was that, dude? And this was like a long time ago that he got that on tape. Like nowadays you might say, oh, it was set up, but it wasn't set up, dude. He went to it's footage of the place. There's a giant owl statue. There's people out there worshiping it. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. It's just very, very stuff like that always kind of creeps me out. Like, what is that, dude?
This week we never hear from Skills ever again.
Well, I don't care on this channel. The only people that care about come to the channel are for buddies. Every day it's like, hey man, I got a comment. Dude, the other day I got a comment. The guy said, a decade later and these are still holding up. Can't wait for the next episode. And I felt like saying, well, you've been waiting a long time, dude.
Get another comment. FBI, quit with the talking about the secrets.
I know. No, I don't know, man. Jared, I think the Pentagon themselves, whoever's going to put out the report, I don't think they, I think it's just going to be, I think they're going to put out some better videos and just say, this is what they do and we don't know what they are.
Right.
I think the main thing, and here's the other thing too, it's funny how there's some people that say, it could be like the Russians or it could be Japan or China. It's like, dude, no. If there was any chance of it being that, even 10%, like we have intel, 10%, they wouldn't be talking about this. And that's the other thing too. Why is this whole report thing, at least it seems, just a United States thing? Where are the other countries? I mean, shouldn't they have an opinion on this? Like, that's kind of like, I know other countries have been more open about this stuff. Like, there's been a lot of people that have like, yeah, we see these things, we don't know what they are.
Well, it's not as much newsworthy over there compared to here.
Well, yeah, I guess I just assume like all cultures think like Americans, but there's probably other people that are like, they're aliens. Who cares? Like we're here, we're like, well, no, that's important because it's going to affect this and that and our religion. And they're like, who cares? We don't know what they are.
There was actually a painting, I believe, from the 1600s. Someone painted UFOs before flying objects even existed.
Oh, yeah, dude, I know. Exactly. That's the thing, though. There's so much stuff like that, dude. There's ancient pictures of guys that are, like, clearly look like astronauts. And, but it just sucks, dude, that we live so short. Because if me and Jared lived to, let's say, be, like, 10,000 years old, we would know all the answer to this stuff. Like 10,000 years from now, we'd be laughing about it. Like, remember when we didn't know what the aliens were? I think, did we lose Jared?
No, I'm here. I'm just in the middle of a bunch of stuff right now.
See, man, he's talking to girls, man. That guy.
Remember how kids back then ate Tide Pods?
Remember how kids ate Tide Pods? Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, my favorite one still is like, I feel like I'm a very good judge of character when it comes to like crap, and I think Bob Lazar's story is like legit, man. I always have, and it's funny because he said so much stuff in the late 80s that's all like is exactly what we're talking about now. Like the way they move.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, dude. Bob Lazar is like the dude. I'll send you a link, dude. Joe Rogan actually had him on finally, because he's not like a guy that looks to like talk a lot about this stuff, but in a nutshell, he was a guy from Vegas that was a propulsion expert and he's the reason we know about Area 51. Before then, we now it's like a cliche. Back then, we didn't know. But
I thought Area 51 came out because people were getting sick due to the testing they're doing there, and they wanted to sue. But they say, how can you sue something that doesn't exist? So they started bringing it out.
Well, I mean, as far as the connection with, like, maybe that's true. I'm talking about the connection with, like, aliens. Like, now that's a cliche. It's like Area 51 aliens.
Oh,
But-
Area 51 with aliens was when frickin' Roswell happened.
Yeah, I don't think it was, though, dude. But, I mean,
Well, when-
that's another thing that
when-
pisses me off, the Roswell thing. Like, that was just... Hopefully they'll admit to that, dude. Because there's certain ones where it's just like, dude, give me a break. They lied about that. So, I mean, you don't put in the paper from the government, you know, site or something crashed and we recovered a craft and people, tons of people saw it. They saw like the metal that it was made out of. They saw the bodies, all this stuff. It's in the newspaper. Government's cool with it. And the next day, like, oh, no. We made a mistake. It was weather balloon. It's like, get the hell out of here.
Oh, back then, they were like, oh, let's be frank with our American citizens. But no, we not. It'll cause mass panic.
There's Sean Connery again.
Shake it, not stirred. You have never messed with 007.
Genre. Well, we should go because it's getting late. I know Jared's tired. When Jared gets tired.
Yeah, I'm super tired.
Are you really, dude?
No, I'm not tired.
Jared has that cocaine from Pablo Escobar that
Yeah,
Jackie's
he does.
talking
He's like-
about.
He's like, guys, just give me.
Raising Cane's.
He's like, I just got a delivery. Give me 5 minutes, and I promise we can talk about God and aliens for hours. Just kidding.
You just hear.
All right, man. So
You
here's
okay there, Jared?
you got to think Jared's the same guy that saw like actual elves in the forest. You know, so I mean,
True that, dude. They were demons.
there you go.
Mostly, I think it's in Kansas. There's a road where it's an abandoned like mill, but Satanists used to practice over there, and you can drive the road and visit that site. They also have a bridge there, where if you leave a coin in the center of the bridge and let it hit midnight, the coin will throw back to you, and if you look up, you'll see a 10-year-old kid who fell off the bridge and drowned.
Yeah, I'll throw a coin and find out if that's true.
Oh, I would too. I'm curious.
I think that's a scam. There's some guy who's like, I got a get rich quick scheme. He's like, I got this thing that rakes up the bottom of this lake. All I gotta do is get people to fucking throw coins in there, and I'm rich. How about I get an urban legend going here?
There's also some urban legend somewhere in the U.S. that they also made a movie out of it. I don't remember the movie where it's a 1950s cop car ghost tries to run you off the road, tries to pull you over, run you off the road, and everything like that.
Sounds familiar.
Kind of sounds fun, especially if you bring like a 2-ton pickup truck, a Deuce or something like that.
Deuce.
It's like, yeah, try to run me off the road now.
Well,
Like a dually pickup with a bull guard. Cameron, does Jared have work in the morning?
yeah, Jared,
Yes,
do
I do.
Oh.
I do have work in the morning.
you got to go in earlier than even Spartan, huh?
No, I don't. I have to be in at 10, but I have to go to the post office before. I had a lot of sales this weekend. I sold like
that's
$100
right.
worth of merchandise yesterday.
Nice.
But he always tells me, he'll be like, it sounds like really good to be like, dude, I just sold like $1,000 worth of stuff, and I'll be like, oh, he's like, well, that's not profit. I'm like, what's the profit? He's like $50, but still, it was really fun.
See, it's tough though, because like, I don't know, man. Like, so with that, all that stuff that I sold yesterday, like that's 100% profit. Well, no, there were a couple of items that might have been only a couple bucks profit, but the majority of it was profit. I mean, I did buy it at some time, or somebody bought it at some time, so there is some value to it, and it might even be negative in profit. I don't know what it was bought for, but I didn't buy it, or if I did buy it, I bought it a long time ago, and it's all profit to me now, considering I expected to just have it forever. You know, I don't know. When it comes down, I've got more money than I did yesterday, so.
You still don't have an iPad though.
I still don't have an iPad, that's right.
I sold my retro video game collection. I probably would get, I think, what, $1,500?
Wait, what did you say?
If I sold my retro video game collection. I
Oh,
probably
if
could
you
get
did.
it. I'm not selling it. No, you have to pry it off of my cold dead hands.
My
Well, there
cold
you
dead
go.
grip.
I remember how I was telling you guys have, I think, like 6 different N64 versions, colors.
Yes, you did tell us that, yeah.
Yeah, I believe I need 2 more, which is the Japanese Pikachu N64, which is orange, and then a blue N64. Then I can collect all the games, and then I'll move to GameCube, and then Nintendo, everything.
All right, well, guys, I mean, I think we've done enough damage here tonight. I think we should get the hell out of here before somebody reports us.
All right.
I mean, Jared, how do you like my painting?
I love it, dude. I think it's awesome. I think it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I remember Master Shake when he first got the hair, and I think it was their episode. Look at me, I'm beautiful. All right, well, I guess thanks for joining, everyone. Even the people that left. Thank you, Jackie.
Well, we
Thank
still
you,
have
Cameron.
4 people.
Thank you, Jordan.
There's 2 people.
Thank you, Spartan. And thank you, you evil atheist, Jared. We
Wow. Don't worry, I'm a good atheist.
I'm a good atheist. Who was it that told a joke the other day? It was
church you'll burn.
somebody told a joke the other day.
I've been in plenty of churches. I go in churches all the time. All the time. I go in the church like once a year. So
Somebody
turns
told
out just fine.
I heard this funny joke though. I'm trying to think who said it, but he goes, like atheists and Christians are really, really close because there's all these different religions and these different gods, and Christians only believe that one of them is real, and atheists just go a step further and get rid of that one.
I mean, it's not wrong. I've actually heard like a theological apologist or whatever, or a Christian apologist or someone do a essentially one of those Google talks, and he made some really good points about belief systems and how an atheist is a belief system the same as Christianity is, and like even the talking point of being like proof, like there's not enough proof. It's like, well, there's not. It's not like there's a vast well of proof. Otherwise, there's just a hole, you know. So, like, I don't know. When it comes down, even if that is just a joke, it's true. They are belief systems, either way, and both require you to make assumptions about what you don't know.
Yeah, basically both require faith. Hey,
Yeah, well, I would say with atheism, you don't. It doesn't require faith because you don't believe in something until that requires any faith. You believe in things that.
Well, I would say it requires faith in the sense that it requires you to believe that everything that exists, there was no intelligence behind it. I don't know. I just feel like
that's not true at all. No. Because an atheist, if there is proof that says that there is a God, the atheist becomes religious.
Yeah, but I see. To me, that's more.
You don't just believe that there isn't. I mean, I would say I'm agnostic.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds more agnostic.
There probably is something, but
that sounds more agnostic.
An atheist doesn't require faith, like at all.
Well, I think I'm going to fight you on this one, but we'll have to save that for the next stream.
That's fine. Why don't we let's set up that boxing match? I bet we could get 4 people to
I know.
show up.
Dude, we make like $25 and beat the crap out of each other.
Oh man.
No, there was something. I can't remember. Anyways, we better end this before we better end the stream before we wind up ending and destroying friendships.
Yeah.
So anyways, goodbye everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching me draw this, whatever it is I drew. And it would have been better, but I was distracted by Jared. So
Wow. Dude.
No,
Wow.
actually, I'm glad you were here. Thank you, Jared, for joining. The train's passing by.
I'm glad that I got to hang out with you guys.
Hey, did you see little baby Kimberly singing on Instagram?
No, I didn't see it. I don't even know if I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, you should, man. It's funny because I saw a video and she's like out in a field and she's singing like a Disney character and it's all edited. And I'm like, whoa.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure she posted on Facebook too. I know you follow her on there. But
dude, I don't know. Do you follow the fact that like she is in the midst of the beginning of a very good voiceover career? Like she is killing it, dude.
yeah, no, there's no doubt. Well, don't forget baby Sakura. I mean, she's got, she's.
Dude, baby Sakura is fucking killing it in voiceover too. Has she told you what's been going on with her?
No, I just seen little things on Twitter. But I mean, dude, I've always felt like you are the guy for voiceovers. Like you should pursue that 100% because you could probably make really good money. And the cool thing about voice work is it's just not for me, but for someone like you, it would be a lot easier. Like you're really good at just doing that. And then like cutting audio, like that'd probably be a dream job if you can make like $100K a year just doing voiceover work.
Yeah, I would love to do it, dude. But Sakura is killing it, dude. She's been booking like really big stuff, dude. When it came down, coronavirus changed the world and made it perfect for someone like her.
Well, a lot of people, dude. There's like a lot of animation companies now. When you go to their website, they've shifted to remote. I think they've realized that it was right underneath our nose, but there was still a lot of people holding on to like, no, we have to have a building and everybody has to come to the building. It's like, dude, everything we can just do now remotely, like everything. You could work at Pixar. It's like, as long as we have good internet, everything else is in place, man. It's like I can do a model, send it over to this guy. He can do his animation, his lighting. He can send it over to this guy. I mean, it's just, why are you paying all this money for build? I mean, you can still have a centralized location, but you don't any longer have to have like this massive building for it to host like 5,000 people or something. It's like, you don't need that anymore.
Yeah, I agree. You definitely don't. Hey, I also did get an inquiry on LinkedIn of somebody who needs some animation. I just assumed that they probably don't know what animation would cost. So I haven't even responded. But like, if you're interested, I can respond to them. I might just say like, hey, like just for the sake of, I've been in lots of conversations like these and people tend to not really have a good concept of how expensive animation is. I could tell them like it's 1,000 or 2,000 a minute and just see if they're even...
that's pretty much what I do now, dude. Because
is that what you typically do now?
Yeah, I just 2,000 a minute, and even that I'm kind of like thinking about moving past that, just because, dude, like the thing I'm doing now, like this last one I did, this minute of animation, it took me like a month and a half, and it's like, dude, $2,000 after taxes is like anything. So
yeah,
I'd rather just do that. And if they're like, okay, cool. Dude, it's funny because I still found this old message from this lady on Upwork where she wanted a 5-minute video, and I think I quoted her like $1,500. She's like, you mean to tell me it's going to cost 50? And I told her, I broke it down in hours. I was like, it's going to be like 100 hours. She's like, you mean to tell me my little 5-minute video is going to take you 100 hours to make? I'm just like,
and
yes.
You're like, honestly, it might end up taking me more, but I'm trying to like square out a deal for you.
No, it's just the people have this idea like the animator draw, like you just sit down and you, okay, I got that drawing, that animation's done. Okay, there's that, you know, just like you just snap your fingers and things happen, dude. And that's the other part too that's even trickier is if I worked for a studio and let's say I worked on Rick and Morty, I'm going to be working in one department. I'm going to be doing the same thing literally over and over and over and over again. We're going to develop shorthands. We're going to get so quick at it. When you're doing freelance stuff like this, it's like, oh, this guy wants this style. Oh, this guy wants something completely different. Oh, he wants completely different characters. So you got to do this new background, this new, it's like constantly changing. And so you can never like get really good or find a fast workflow truly, because you're constantly like the stuff I'm doing now for this documentary is like this painting you're looking at. I'm doing stuff like that now and having to animate it. And so it's like, you know, if I was just doing buddies all the time, dude, I would, you know, I'd have like a system in place to where, you know, I could sit down and create a whole bunch of stuff like in a few days. But
right.
Anyways, I hate it all. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Who's even here? Who's even still here, man?
It's just you being Spartan. Maybe Cameron's watching.
It says 4 people, but that could be wrong. All right. Well, I love you guys. Thanks for joining. It was good to talk to some human beings, you know?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was Spartan. It was really good to meet you, even though I didn't feel like we were meeting for the first time. I feel like we've known each other for a very long time, as naive as that may seem to me.
Is it called naivete? Naivete?
Naivete.
Naivete?
Exactly right. That.
We'll go watch Kimberly's musical performance.
Okay, I will. I'll watch her musical
squeaky
performance.
voice. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys soon then.
All right, guys. Yep. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.